What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fizz Boys Podcast. What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Oh, man, I can't call. You doing all right?
Good. How you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. So here to talk about some sports, but I think we need to start off this podcast. Last Friday night, our hometown of Amory got hit by a tornado. A lot of devastation to homes and to families back home in Monroe County. It came in pretty late. I know there's some listeners probably out there that, you know, their family got hit. They might have lost someone. I know, our grandparents, their fence is blown over. Our aunt's, her yard's messed up. And luckily they're all safe and stuff. And our thoughts and our prayers go out to each and every one of you that's out there that's dealing with this. Even though that we don't live back in Monroe County, I know that we're going to do all we can. If we do have free time, come help, come, support and all this kind of stuff. I believe even a little bit of Smithville where we graduated, I think it got hit just a little bit as well. So me and Jeremy talked about it, and we are going to do a little GoFundMe. And here, I just throw that up here while we talk about it. Started a GoFundMe just for the community, for the disaster that did take place last week, just for our friends and family that is suffering. We're going to raise the money. We have $1,000 goal. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but I know that God can, multiply that and stuff. So we just reached out, and, we're going to donate to some different organizations there back in Monroe County. We're going to pray about it and talk about it, and of course keep everybody posted of what we're going to do and who we're going to give to. There's a lot of people that we know that are doing some things, good things. Chrissy and Mark Bourne are doing the Full Tummy Project, where they're filling backpacks for kids who don't have, lunches and stuff like that. So there's that. JT Winders and Bernice Winders, they got their school bus that's decked out, and they're over there serving Monroe County. So there's people like that back home that we would love to support. So, and I will post the link to GoFundMe. We're going to talk about it probably for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully by the end of the month or the middle of the month, next month, we'll have our goal, and we'll be able to go to Amory and donate some money and some time, and some love and support to these organizations. So I know it's a hard time. We've already dealt with it before back in 2014 when Smithville got hit pretty bad, the same one that hit Tuscaloosa and stuff like that. So we've been through it before. Jeremy, do you have anything that you want to input or say right now?
Yeah, I think you covered everything. With this GoFundMe, $1.50, whatever you got, just know that it's going 100% towards organization, maybe individuals, maybe a family, maybe we don't know yet, like JP said. So just whatever you can give, pray about it. If you want to help out, of course, like he said, that's, Smithville is where we went to school, but Amory, of course, is the big city, for us.
Yeah.
That's home. All our friends and family there. I had some friends and family, like JP said, affected by this tornado. So just wherever you can give, whatever you want to do. If you don't even want to give, share the link. Let people know about it. 500 is our goal, but heck, we'll take more than that.
Yeah.
So whatever we can get, just want to help out everywhere we can.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to go to a commercial, kind of get off this topic, and we're going to jump right into some sports. We got some big topics to touch on. We're going to talk about the Final Four, where we lie in college right now in the men's category. Then we're going to jump into opening day for the Atlanta Braves, and then jump over to Ole Miss and Mississippi State baseball. So I'm going to go to commercial real fast and we'll be right back.
Oasis Grooming Barbershop, changing lives, one cut at a time. Shank It Golf. Do you know someone who keeps wearing that boring golf gear every time they play? Look no farther than Shank It Golf. They have the best polos and hats around. Just like the saying goes, feel good, play good. Use my code to get 15% off, and that's JPFEARS.
All right. Hey, man, looks like we got 3 viewers so far. This is more than last week. So y'all leave some comments there at the bottom. That'll be great. Let's just go ahead and welcome. Do a little banner at the bottom. Welcome to the Fears Boy podcast again. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We are there to, like you back, like you post back, something.
Yeah, I think I told JP the other day. I think once we get 100 subscribers combined on all the platforms. I mean, if it's 100, 10 on Facebook, 20 on Twitter, and whatever, 70 on YouTube,
Instagram, all that
we're
stuff.
gonna take all 100 subscribers, put you in a wheel, spin it. Whatever, you're gonna get $100 gift card to Amazon because I know everybody likes Amazon.
That's right. Get you something. Hopefully, we can grow this thing and get some swag or something. It's in the process. Also in the process, we're trying to get on Spotify and Apple Music. That's a long process to get into, but we're in the process of that. It's you have to do like a certain amount of shows live just to get Spotify and Apple Music to approve you. So hopefully we can get over there pretty soon. So, but we appreciate all the love and support for sure. So, Final Four, your Florida Atlantic.
I told you.
Still in.
I told you.
God,
the rest of my bracket's terrible, but I told you.
I hate to say you told me so.
But I told you so.
But you told me so.
I did. And you know what else I told you?
What else you tell me?
If they ain't dropping their threes, they ain't going to make it to the Final Four. And San Diego State kept Alabama from the Final Four.
Bye-bye.
3 for what? 3 for 23, 3 from 25.
What did I see? It was like 3 for 24.
We said it when we made our picks. If Bama's to go all the way, they got to keep scoring.
Yeah,
and they did not. They were awful against San Diego State, but San Diego State's got top defense. I mean, that's what you expect from San Diego State.
Yeah.
So I think I saw where the Florida Atlantic averages like 73 points a game, but San Diego State gives up defensively 56. So, and that old mantra is defense wins championship. So that's going to be put to the test this weekend.
Yeah.
So, but I'm rolling with the Owls. I think what's cool about it, you go what? San Diego State, Florida Atlantic, never been there.
Yep.
You got UConn versus
Miami.
Miami's never been there.
Yep.
We talked about Miami in the beginning. They're usually put out in the first round.
Yep.
Here they are in the Final Four. So any of those schools besides UConn will be their first national championship in basketball. You liked UConn the whole way, so you were feeling high on them. So
yeah, for sure. And go back that Alabama 3 points. I pulled it up. I remember I went back to our text message. 3 for 27 against San Diego State. But the biggest thing is Brandon Miller. You sent me this one. Lowest field goal percentage in NCAA tournament history. He was 8 for 41, shooting 19% from the field.
Had a lot on his mind.
Yeah. Golly, man.
Hey, you know what?
I could be better than that.
You go cold at the wrong time.
You do. And it's just like we said, you're going to shoot your way in it, but you're going to shoot your way out of it.
So, out of the Final Four, who's your pick? Tell me, who's your champion?
I think Florida Atlantic has a good run. They look good. 2 guys from Mississippi, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. They got 2 guys from the SIP playing San Diego State. I think San Diego State's playing heck of basketball right now.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to beat Florida Atlantic to transfer to go in the championship. But I still got UConn beating Miami. But I think San Diego State wins its first, just the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
Even though UConn looks good, their big man's big. He's a good guy. But I think San Diego State wins that first championship and cuts the Nets down, man. What about you?
I don't know. I still haven't figured out where I'm flowing on this yet. I like all 4 teams. I think all 4 teams have a chance to win it all.
Yeah.
If I've got to go, I'll go Florida Atlantic just because they've been my Cinderella dark horse. Now, look, I'm going to get them to beat San Diego State.
Yep.
I like UConn. I like that Miami was down 12 to Texas and came back.
Yep.
Can they sustain that against a veteran UConn team that's been, UConn as a program, been there before, done that before, coach has been there, right?
Right.
I'll take UConn to beat Miami in a close game. I think the spread on that game is 5.5.
Yeah, wasn't too far.
Yeah, I think Miami covers that spread. I think it's a 3-point, last second thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll take UConn to win it all. If Florida Atlantic can control the emotions, if they make it, of course,
Right.
them or San Diego State, right? If they can control the emotions of the first half in a championship game that you've never been in, your program's never been in, can you control that emotion? And then keep it close at halftime.
Yeah.
I think both Florida Atlantic and Miami were trailing a half in their last game. It came back and won securely. So I think it's going to be a good game. Both games are going to be good. All 4 teams have a great chance to win. So, but I'll go with you. I'll go. You take San Diego State to win it all. I'm going to take UConn to win it all. Though I would be happy if any 4 teams win, especially the Florida Atlantic Owls. That I did pick to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, we got to get you some Florida Atlantic swag or something, man. Got to get you like a hat or something.
I'll take it
for sure. I think it's gonna be good. This is this Saturday. Let's see. Florida Atlantic plays at 5. UConn and Miami play at 8 p.m. to follow. It's gonna be fun. April Fool's Day. So see how that plays out. But before we get to that, Thursday,
finally,
my Atlanta Braves have come back to opening day. What we've all been waiting for, playing the Nationals at the Nationals Park. What you thinking, man?
Nationals, of course, still a rebuild. If they win 40 games this year, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
So I think Atlanta should take that series. I think they should start out. I think it's a 3-game series, 3-0.
Yeah.
Got Max Fried on the bump. Now look, Fried on opening day, postseason, a little shaky in the first inning or 2. Got to get that curveball down.
Yeah.
The lineup, I don't know what we're going to do yet. The way I've been seeing it in spring training is Acuna lead off.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Olson batting second.
Yep.
By the way, he's got like 10 spring training home runs.
8. I think it's 8. 8 last night. Yeah, okay. 8 of those last night.
I think he might have hit one today.
Okay.
Riley batting third.
Yep.
And then surprise has been Ozuna in a DH spot, batting for cleanup. Then Michael Harris, Ozzie Albies, and so forth, so on. The Braves are going with RC at shortstop. He's hitting the ball very well, playing good defense.
For sure.
Sean Murphy, of course, at catcher. I don't know how Snit will roll him and d'Arnaud. Both of them catch very well. Both of them hit very well. I don't think you can leave Murphy's power out of the lineup. I think if Murphy plays 115 games, DH, catcher, first base, wherever he gets put in, I think he hits you 25 bombs.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, honestly, 1 through 9 could hit you 25 bombs.
Yeah.
If they're healthy.
Right.
So, offensively, I think we'll rate. I think we're the most consistent team in the NL. I think we're better than the Padres, who a lot of people are predicting to win the NL and go to the World Series.
Yep.
So you got to show up, though.
That's right. Yeah, I looked at I think they leaked a little bit of the lineup, and I have it printed here. It's like you said, Acuna, Olsen, Riley, Ozuna batting 4, Albies after him, Michael Harris, Sean Murphy, Rosario, like you said, was heating up after – his eyes and stuff checked out, and then Arcia after that. So, but I think Max Fried, he's facing Patrick Corbin. I think it should be an easy. Do you see what Snit? Do you see what he said? Because they were going back and forth between him and Morton, And he said it's kind of like when we had Greg Maddux, Smoltz and Glavin. Like, you can't go wrong. Like, between the two guys, you can't go wrong on either one of them. So I'm kind of glad, Freed's getting that. It boosts a little confidence, I think, for him for this year.
He's his third or fourth year in a row to be the opening day starter. I think you don't take it away from the guy that's been your workhorse. So
for sure.
I guess so I would assume Freed, Morton, Strider, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then 4 or 5 would be Jared Schuster, and I think it's Dylan Dodd, two rookie lefties who have pitched phenomenal this year so far in spring training.
And they just got called up, right? They just got called up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they're in that maybe a year ahead. One draft maybe with Michael Harris and Spencer Strider, and one I think the year before. So that's why our farm system is one of the lower tiers, because when you've graduated everybody or you traded them out to get a Matt Olson or get a Sean Murphy or guys like that, you ain't got nobody left. But I'm excited, man. I think this bunch could run it back and do another World Series run. Last year the chase to get the Mets, which even though we got put out by the hot Phillies, right? They were hot.
Yeah.
Beating the Mets for the NL East, I'll take that. That made me laugh. That made me smile. That brought joy to my heart, because I just don't like the Mets.
Yeah. And they're making shirts about making it to the playoffs, and it's like, hey, bro, we ain't there just yet, right? That was the best part for me too.
And then of course you run into I think we talked about it in an earlier podcast. You run into the World Series with Max Fried with the stomach flu, who's lost 15 pounds. You run Strider out there who ain't pitched in a month. You run Morton out there who held his own, but got hit again and broke it. He got hurt and he got to come out. So
I mean, you got Riley and Olson who have not sat out a game all year too.
Yeah.
And like you said, chasing down the Mets just to get that position back. Like
the week prior at Truist Park against the Mets was a playoff series that we took care of. So
for sure.
I think it's going to be good. I think Atlanta, I'll say 95 plus. I'll say 95, 96 wins. I see a lot of people saying 100. I'll go 95, 96. I think the East is going to be tough. The Mets and Phillies are still going to be good. Phillies, they got to replace Reese Hoskins now, who, unfortunately tore his ACL earlier last week. That sucks for them. Yeah. The Mets' big thing is, can you have two 40-year-old guys who are Hall of Famers?
Yep.
Can you get 200 plus innings out of them and then go into the playoffs?
Yep.
And
then you got Edwin Diaz who's out.
Yeah,
you got to throw that in the mix as well. So
I think I think the Nationals, like I said, if they get 40 wins, good for them. 50 max, right? Yeah. I remember a coach in high school saying, every team plays 162 games. Everybody will go 50 and 50, and then it's what you do in those last 62 games that make the difference.
Right.
So okay, Nats, you can go 50 and 50 and then lose 62. I mean, that's just how I see it. So
right.
The Marlins, I think, will be a scrappy bunch like they always are. I think they changed the rule up. I think it's instead of playing 19 games against each other, it's down to 14 games against each other. Mm-hmm. So I can see the Braves honestly, if it's 14, 10 and 12 and 2, 11 and 3 against the Nats, I could see a 8-6 with the Marlins, 7-7 with the Marlins, and then Phillies and Mets. I think they'll 7-7, 8-6, something like that. So,
it's gonna be an interesting thing. I saw ESPN. I don't know if you saw it. They posted yesterday or maybe today, kind of like the top 10 teams in the MLB, and the Braves ranked third.
I know they're very high on Astros, Padres, and the Blue Jays.
Jays for sure. I think they were 6th, 7th, maybe. I mean, the Yankees are still up there.
Yankees. I think their issue. They're calling up. Was it Anthony Volpe or something? 21-year-old. He looks good. I think Yankees are going to come down. They got pitching. Can you pitch?
Yeah.
And the NL East and the AL East have got some juggernauts. Yeah. So because AL East, Baltimore's not a slouch anymore.
Nope. Got some young guys.
The Rays are the Rays. They can literally sign, anybody to a $10 contract and they're going to go out and hit 40 bombs or pitch to a 2.0 ERA. Like, I don't understand how that happens down there. So, but yeah, I'm excited. It starts opening days tomorrow. Braves, of course, play Thursday.
Thursday we play,
Yeah. MLB opening days tomorrow, though.
Yep.
So, but the Braves play Thursday. I'm excited. You know, I know my boss does not watch our podcast yet. So I will be streaming that game while I work.
And I also know that my boss does not watch me, and he probably never will. But I also will be watching that game and all the games tomorrow.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
It's the best time of the year. It's like Christmas for us because we both can agree baseball is fantastic. Best time of the year.
That's it.
By far. So, y'all leave some comments. Looks like we got a couple viewers out there. Y'all leave some comments. We'll love to hear from you guys. Any questions or anything, we'd love to answer those while y'all are here. State Ole Miss baseball.
Yeah.
Terrible weekend.
So I don't know if you know this stat or not, and I didn't know it. I went to the game Sunday. Watched this. Only give up 11 runs to Vanderbilt. You know what's sad is your offense scores 7 runs. You expect that to be enough to win a game.
Yes.
You know, baseball, if you score 5-6 runs a game, you expect to win.
Yeah.
And you still lose 11-7. Yeah. I think our team ERA in SEC plays like 20 or something like 16, 20.
Yeah.
And then dating back to last season, which last season I'll give the guys a little bit of a pass because we had so many pitching injuries to where I felt like we were just throwing anybody who could throw a baseball, right? But after Sunday's loss, the state has lost 17 straight SEC games. Look, I wore my national championship hat, hoping it was good luck, and we're tied 2-2 with Sanford in the 4th. Okay, like,
at
least we're tied. I'll take a tie, I guess. But you know, we're both in the same boat. So I read a tweet that said, "What did State and Ole Miss do? Or what did they sell to the devil to win those national championships?" You know,
you don't want to know.
Yeah,
you don't want to know.
But you know, offensively, I think both squads can hit with anybody. I mean, Vandy, we had Vandy. I think Vandy's got a 2.45 team ERA. We scored the most points on Vandy in 3 games. I think we were like 5, 6, 7. So every game we scored the most runs that Vandy's given up all year.
Yeah.
But I think we gave up 26, 18, and 11.
Yep.
You don't win doing that. You can't win playing baseball giving up football scores.
For sure. What game was that? That was it Friday's game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's terrible.
Yeah, they're hot too.
Vandy looks good, but Vandy looks good. Vandy's definitely, if everybody stays healthy, they're headed back to Omaha. Their pitching is good. Their lineup is deep. Yeah. They've got speed and power. They play good defense, and that's where State's struggling right now is defensively.
Yeah.
You're getting 2 outs, then you're walking a guy giving up a 2-run bomb, or you're walking a guy giving up an error, and then you got 2 on, and then you're giving up a 2-run double or a 3-run homer. Or, it's just like, dude, just throw the ball over the plate. Let your defense work. Let your pitchers scared. It's almost like they're scared knowing they're just going to cause an error. Right. So Lamonis has got to get it turned around. A lot of people are saying, is he the guy? Yeah, he won the national championship, but it wasn't with his guys. But he's brought in a bunch of good guys. Lofton is normally our midweek starter. He didn't start tonight. He's going to pitch this weekend. I guess, Lamonis is going to do anything he can to snap this streak. We have South Carolina coming to town. I think they scored 20 runs a game. They're a good ball team. There's no easy weekend in the SEC. And
at all. No.
You can attest to that with your Ole Miss after y'all got swept by Florida.
Yeah, Friday got delayed because of the weather. Doubleheader on Saturday, swept all day Saturday, beat on Sunday. Yeah, we're just in the same boat. I mean, like you said, SEC, they look good. What y'all got? Let's see who y'all got. South Carolina, is that right, this weekend? And then we got Southern tonight, and we're getting beat right now by Southern. So, yeah, it's good. I mean, Baseball,
Like
fun
I
to
said,
watch, but like,
there's no slouch. I mean, if you think about the SEC, Bama's good, which I feel like Bama's never been good in baseball, but they have. I mean, they're good. LSU, I mean, Jesus,
professional
like
MLB prospects there
all over the field. Yeah,
all over it.
Missouri's decent. A&M's good. Tennessee's good. Georgia's okay. Auburn's okay.
And then there's us.
Yeah. Yeah. Bunch of good teams, and then it's like, oh yeah, the two back-to-back national champions are combined 0-12 and look terrible.
Yep. But I always like the saying, it's not how you start,
That's how you finish.
how you finish. I mean,
That's the thing about baseball, man. I mean, that's what I was telling the guys that I went to the game with. You know, it's crazy how you start 0-6, but then next thing you know, you've won every series for the next 4 weeks, and you're 12-6, and you're right at the top of the leaderboard. You know, SEC baseball, you know, I think they play 30 games or something like that in SEC play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the year State won the national championship, I think we were like 18-12 or something, you know, or 16-14, you know. So, and then we got bounced in the first round of the SEC tournament. So, still went on to win the national championship. It's just baseball. We can't have the bats go to sleep and the pitching be good. You know, baseball's you gotta have it both. It's an ebb and flow. You gotta have it at the same time. So
yeah, and then everybody gets that switch that turns on, and when it's on, man, you gotta watch out, because I mean, it's Texas was good last year, right? Like you would think that they should have won the whole thing, and you just get cold at the wrong second. You know, hopefully, you know, some of these teams it's hot. I mean, for our sake, I hope all these teams suck, and you know. Yeah. We get that back type deal, but like, you know, hopefully they don't deal with that. You know, like Tennessee last year had a great season. You know, great prospects get to Omaha and just choke. You know, so hopefully that won't happen.
I mean, Ole Miss just gave Bianco an extension because he won the national championship. I mean, do you? I mean. You go what? Let's say there. I think there's 30, you know, SEC games. I mean, if he goes 5-15, I mean, is he let go?
Fans are gonna say yes. Obviously,
fans wanted him fired last year after winning the national championship.
They've been wanting him fired since he started. Yeah, it's like a never-ending cycle. I think it's every coach for sure. I mean, like that's Ole Miss in every sport. You know,
yeah. I think if State gives up 30-plus runs. I mean, they can't. If they give up 30-plus runs in the combined 3 games this weekend against South Carolina, you got to move on from Foxhall being the pitcher coach. You got to move on.
You got to make some kind of changes somewhere.
You got to do something. You may have to move on from him and Lamonis and just give Jake Gertrude our hitting coach. Just give him the intern job. You know, he was offered the Tulane job last year.
Yeah,
a couple other job offers prior to that. A lot of people like him, hitting guru. Again, you're scoring 7 runs a game. You should win.
For sure.
So, yeah, I just don't know. You know, I like Lamonis. Thankful that he was there to be the head coach to bring it in. But I just don't – I feel like he's – you know, I was at the game Sunday. There were some times if I was the head coach, I'd have walked down the field and I'd have got ejected Bobby Cox style.
Oh,
because that would have you got to get your guys fired up, and I just don't feel like, you know, we're young in some areas and stuff, but I just don't. Sometimes they just play dead.
Yeah.
You know, there's out there to play, and it's like, oh, I got a hit, great. Oh, I hit a home, great. Oh, I got a strikeout, great. Oh, they scored 12 runs in one inning. You know, that's not Mississippi State baseball. There's a tradition at State. You know, we've always been decent in football. We've been decent in basketball. Women's basketball did okay there while Schaefer was there. But baseball's always been the thing at Mississippi State. M over S, baby. It's always been the thing. And for us for the last 2 years be as bad as we are, I mean, you don't win a national championship and then digress this bad. So something's got to give. And if it's a coaching change, it's a coaching change. But
you got to shake the pot up a little bit.
Got to do something.
Yeah, and I like what you said. Like I know as you know, you're going to be a coach one day and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, if I got to shake the noise, get in the ump's face, I got to get my boys behind me. I do what I got to do, right? Because at the end of the day, you're getting paid to win games.
Exactly.
You're getting paid to win national championships.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Okay, I got to get ejected. Okay,
Okay.
let's do it. At the end of the day, got a ring on.
Exactly.
That's what you got to go for. So I'm all for that. I try to get a little special guest on here, and I'm still texting him. It's our chicken loving brother, but he won't do it. I don't know why. Like, he's at mom and dad's right now, and I'm like, dude, come on. I'm still texting him. So, hey, we got 4 viewers. Y'all leave a comment. We want to hear from you guys. Just see what you guys, if y'all have any, comments, anything y'all want to talk about while we're here.
Hey, let's. I'm gonna transition. Draft's coming up. NFL draft.
NFL draft. That's right.
All right, you got the number 1 pick. What are you doing with it?
Carolina still got it, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you got to go CJ Stroud.
You think so?
It fits their scheme.
Yeah.
A little bit. But, I mean, the coach over there, he's like known for drafting bigger quarterbacks. Because I think he's one of the guys who drafted like Wentz and guys like that, kind of like the bigger guys. But I don't know. I kind of feel like their scheme is I think it kind of fits them just a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw something today that Hendon Hooker might go top 10. And I was kind of shocked when I saw that. I was like,
hey, Hendon played really good. Of course, the draft's in the end of April. We got a month. We're a month away or whatever. So a lot can change between now and then. I know Lamar Jackson has requested trade.
Yeah, that's another big one.
Indianapolis, possibly. I tell you one that would not surprise me would be once this whole Aaron Rodgers to the Jets trade is finalized, Lamar Jackson ending up in Lambeau and playing for the Packers.
Man, that'd be sweet.
It would.
It'd be sweet. I mean, I like Lamar. I liked him ever since he was, in college and everything. I think it's a good fit for Rodgers to move on, right?
Yeah.
I think he's going to do good at the Jets once that's finalized.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, all that kind of stuff. I mean, Lazard's there, so like he's got a teammate with him, type deal. But I think Lamar in Green Bay looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty.
I know Lamar. Lamar's really never been hurt until this past year.
Yeah,
and throws the ball extremely well for a guy that is considered a runner. Yeah. So I don't know why. I see why you're scared to give 30, 40 million to a guy like Lamar Jackson. But at the same time, why?
Yeah.
You're giving it to Kyler Murray. You're giving it to Prescott. You're giving it to Russell Wilson. You're giving it to all these guys who are 5'8" or hasn't really won a playoff game. Look, I'm a state guy. Dak's got to do a little more of that for me in Dallas.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to say he needs another receiver. He's got some receivers to throw the ball to him.
Yep.
They got to catch the ball. So, yeah, Lamar in Green Bay with, Christian Watson and those guys. Get Lamar a decent running back. Then you got A.J. Dillon and stuff that are there, but, they got a good offensive line. So, I like it. I like them. I mean, if I'm GM, I'm trading. If I'm Carolina, I'm offering, hey, here's the number 1 pick. Give me
Lamar Jackson.
That's it, though. I'm not doing. I'm not doing anything else on the pot. Yep. Here's the number 1 pick. You give me Lamar. Trade's done.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, fine. Move on.
I'll just get a younger Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
You got Bryce Young that's in that. And that's the biggest thing, too, because you're not seeing a lot of big quarterbacks anymore. The NFL, of course, has changed a lot. It's the running gun, fast quarterbacks who are 5 foot tall. And
I mean, who's your, you got to take any quarterback in the draft now or currently in the NFL. Who's your guy?
My go-to quarterback?
Like this is your number 1 pick. Who are you taking? You can take anybody in the draft today, or who is in pro now.
In pro now. Let's see. That's there's a lot out there that I like. I mean, I'm bouncing back and forth. I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. I need somebody that can lead me. I think he can do it.
Yeah.
So I just say give me Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. I think Dak's good. Had a terrible. I mean, last season was just not good for him. Of course, he's a really good quarterback. But
The obvious,
if you give me somebody, it's going to be Joe Burrows, Patrick Mahomes, of course. You got all these guys and stuff. Aaron Rodgers is good. A lot to choose from. I guess just give me Joe Shiesty a little bit. I like him. So
yeah, I like Joe Burrow. I like his but my guy, if I had to draft a quarterback, if I had to take a guy, I like Josh Allen with the Bills. That'd be my guy that I would build my team around.
Yeah.
Strong arm, sneaky quick and everything. So, and I think I like him so much because as a State fan, Nick Fitzgerald didn't have the best arm, but he had that build.
Yep.
And as an Ole Miss fan, because he torched y'all every time he played, sneaky fast, right? Yeah. So I like Josh Allen. In Buffalo, looking to trading for DeAndre Hopkins, from Carolina or the Cardinals, Arizona. So that'd be a great fit to go along Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I like the draft. I'm excited for the draft. They got my boy Emmanuel Forbes looking to be possibly a top 20 pick. He's a ball hawk, man. He's little.
Yeah.
He's skinny, but he's
I'm just looking through some of these guys and seeing. I was looking at one of the mock drafts I had pulled up, and they had, of course, Houston needs a quarterback, so they got Bryce Young going to Houston.
If I'm Houston, though, I think I'm trading 2 back. I think I'm trading out of 2
to go.
I don't know where 5, 6. You got I'm not big on Will Levis, but I watched his pro day.
Someone got a cannon, dude.
Golly, I think you can work with that a little bit.
Yeah.
You got Will Levis, Hendon Hooker's down there, and then look at some guys. Brock Purdy, last pick of the draft. Mac Jones, 3rd, 4th round pick. Dak Prescott, 3rd, 4th round pick. Russell Wilson, 3rd, 4th round pick.
Tom Brady.
He's gone now. He's retired, but still 6th round pick.
Still.
Rodgers was like the 28th, 29th pick when he came out. So not all your quarterbacks are these top echelon, top 5 picks. I don't know. I think Hendon Hooker, I liked Hendon before he got hurt, Yeah. So there's some good guys in the draft that I think you can work with. And especially if you could trade out of that 2, get you a couple picks, especially trade back to like 5 or 6. Maybe you can take Will Levis or take a lineman or something like that you could work with. So I'm excited for D'Amico Ryans and the Texans. I think he's brought some of the guys from 49ers over.
Yep.
I think the Texans may be scared. Now, if you take Bryce Young at 2, does he sit a year, or is he the 3 games in, you're 0-3, and then you throw him in and
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's another thing too, because I feel like, of course, at the top 5 picks, you're kind of. Well, I mean, Seattle had a good year too. I mean, they're sitting at 5 and stuff in Arizona. They got a good quarterback, stuff like that.
Yeah, Geno Smith, they just locked him up. I mean, he's your guy for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So
but especially sitting at 1 and 2, are you I'm in panic mode? I gotta get a quarterback. I gotta draft Bryce Young. Yes, Bryce Young is a phenomenal athlete. But does he fit?
Yeah,
the way you play, right? I mean,
you change it up to fit the style. I mean, I think Carolina still got like Sam Darnold and Matt Corral. They drafted last year pretty high, So if Corral can come back from that fluke little foot injury he had or whatever, so I mean, Corral played great at Ole Miss. Even Lane Kiffin praises Matt Corral and everything. So I think Corral would be a decent NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
But
Carolina got rid of DJ Moore.
Yeah.
So, you don't really have you have some younger guys, not well-known top guys playing for you, but I don't know. It just really depends.
I don't know. I guess, I play the old fantasy draft on Madden or whatever, and I'm the GM. I like to accumulate picks, right? Because you can turn picks into something else.
That's right.
Other players, bigger, things like that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather give up the first round pick and pick up another first round this year and a couple more after that, and still get a guy I want. But I think Carolina's stuck at one. I think they're going to take C.J. Stroud, like you said.
Yep.
I think C.J. Stroud will. I don't know. He played well at Ohio State, but he had a bunch of weapons at Ohio State.
You got that right.
I don't know if you saw his pro day, but the star of his pro day was Marvin Harrison Jr., who still isn't even draft eligible for another year. So, we'll see though. We got a month away. That's I think that's a topic we will discuss a little more and more towards the end of next month. Just wanted to get your idea on it, just because I had seen something while I was checking the baseball score. So
yeah, for sure. We're going to hit on that, of course, next week going forward until draft day, and especially after to kind of get our reviews and comments on that. So, but yeah, I think we've kind of hit all of our topics and stuff. Thank you for all the viewers that's watching. I think we've got up to 10 so far, and it's kind of trickling down. I know we've been, people say we're rambling, but we're just having a convo like brothers do.
I'll tell you about Mississippi State's defense losing 4-2 to Stanford thanks to an error. So,
man,
I don't know, man.
It's gonna be an exciting and interesting year for sure.
I tell you,
so
I don't think it's going too hot for you guys either. So,
was it still 2-1? Are they score again?
Let's see. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, it's just 2-1, but again, both teams is sloppy defense.
Yeah.
Even if we combine teams, we'd still suck at pitching, so it really wouldn't matter. Yeah. Look, later in the season we play each other. It literally may be 40-40 in the end of third.
Yeah,
with the way our teams are playing right now. So
just call the game, after that point, So, but yeah, we're gonna try to hit a game up. Either come to Starkville or come over here to the Oxford area and watch some sports and stuff. I know we're gonna try to hit up a Braves game this year. Try to hit something up.
Even do a podcast from a Braves game.
Hey, you never know about us. Never know about these Fears boys these days. I know we were talking. We might meet up and do something live where we're in the same room. Maybe. Never know. Never know about us. But we're gonna wrap this thing up. Start of the show, we talked about the tornado that hit back at home. I'm gonna throw this GoFundMe back up there. Man, if y'all could do something, that'd be great. If you can't, like Jeremy said, just share it. Let your neighbor know, let your mama know, let your sister's hamster know, let somebody know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you can't give, you're not financially able to, just pray. Pray for our hometown. They really need it. I know I've seen a bunch of pictures, talked to mom and dad about it, and it just looks bad. Yeah. But our thoughts and our prayers go out to everyone. Jeremy, anything else before we wrap it on up?
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean, felt like, if you feel like we ramble a little bit, that's just because we do. And we ramble about sports, and we're going to ramble some more next week about it. And, you guys will leave us some comments. We'd ramble with you. So
we got 4 people. Come on, you 4 viewers. I know you're out there. Just ask us something. Do something real fast. We're going to go on here for just a couple more minutes. I know we got 4 people watching. Got a bunch of subscribers on YouTube. A bunch of people following us on the Instagram account. So that's big. Y'all go ahead and give Jeremy a follow on Twitter. I posted in last week's comments after the show, but I'll post it again. Y'all give him a like on there. You want to look at some Mississippi State shares and Brave stuff. That's what he likes. And also go see mine. I'll post mine up a little bit later as well. So I don't think the fans want to talk to us.
That's fine. We'll talk to them next week.
And you know who it probably is who's watching. And they're probably all in the same room.
Hey, you're probably right.
It's probably mom and dad. Hey, mom and dad. Mimi's probably on there. And probably my lovely wife in the other room with Maylee. So, love all you guys. We're going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of our night. So, until next Tuesday at 7 p.m., where we're going to talk more sports. We're going to ramble on. Y'all have a good night. See ya.
Yeah.